Hi guys, what is going on? It's Bax Game here, and today I'm going to give you a horror story, and with the usual with Minecraft gameplay over the top of this. And I hope you enjoy the video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. I awoke with a strangled cry, startled to find him standing over me. The stalker, dressed all in black, like always. Sure, I've seen him before, but never up close. Watching me from a darkened doorway, peering through the slats of a dingy blinds in an abandoned house, sitting in the next car over on the subway, standing on the opposite curb as I waited for the walk signal. For the most part, I've gotten over being afraid. In the beginning, I was terrified. Double and triple bolting the doors, nailing the windows shut, willing to take my chances on burning up in a house fire as long as he couldn't get me. I'd worried that he'd gotten into my house while I was out, checked every nook and cranny, places he couldn't possibly fit, my frenzied imagination granting him superpowers. Maybe he could shrink himself to the size of a mouse, wait for me to let my guard down, resume his normal size and come after me as I soaked in the tub or watched TV. I bought a gun a long time ago. I used to carry it everywhere, even around the house, but it's lying in a drawer now, gathering dust. Who knows if it even works anymore? Do bullets have an expiration date, like medicine and batteries? Guess it's a little late to go Google it now. You know what I say? After a while you can't get used to anything, even a hulking stranger all in black stalking your every move. Okay, nobody says the last part, but I'm saying it. I still have a life to live. Work, bills, parties, dates. Although my dating life's not so great, it's still hard to be intimate with someone when there's someone else watching me. I know people aren't into that, but for non-exhibitionist me, it puts a damper on things. After a while, I start imagining that the stalker was a guardian angel, and the whole my life runs pretty smooth. Like even though I live in a not so great part of the city, I've never been mugged, not even the dark subway tunnels late at night. Maybe the stalker's a good guy. Maybe everyone has one. They're just too wrapped up in themselves to notice. He isn't looking so benevolent right now, looming over me. How do you even get in? Have I gotten some complacent that I forgot to pop the door? Now I feel invincible, telling myself he's protecting me. Does he stand watch every night? I've just never woken up before. In all these years, I've never seen his face. Even now, it's too dark. He's too dark. Maybe he doesn't have a face, just blackness, like the Grim Reaper. I've never seen him with his sickle. Surely that would have caught my eye. Maybe the sickle's a myth, artistic length license to make death look more interesting. Maybe he hired some fancy advertising firm to spruce up his image. I can just picture the brainstorming session for that gig. I need something. It's so blah. I don't know. I need some colour, but it's death. Death doesn't do colour. I've got it. A sickle. He needs to have a sickle. Then everyone else would just stare at each other, not knowing what a sickle was. Once they figured out, the guy who came up with it would get huge kudos. A raise? Wish I had something like that on my resume. Design the official image of death. That would have the job offers rolling in for sure. Has he been watching me all the time, just waiting to punch my ticket? Surely Death has a pretty full schedule. He couldn't afford to spend all his time on me unless he has a staff of underlings on the payroll, like all Santa Clauses at Christmas. Maybe his pals around with Santa picked up the idea of a round of golf. There is all that business about Santa being an anagram for Satan. Maybe he's part of the dark side too. I glance over at the clock. Time's 3:47. Time to get the show on the road, or call it night. Death or no death. I've got work in a few hours. Get it over with, or let me go back to sleep already. They didn't come out nearly as forceful as I intended. Voice, hoarse and scratchy. Still, Stalker turned and walked out with a rustling sound, like leaves scraping in the wind. He closed the door behind me. I heard the sound of the lock sliding home. I rolled over to get back to sleep, smiling, finally figuring it out. All this time, he's had the key. The end. Well, that was a new one for both of us, as I hadn't even read that story either. You know, I didn't think it was that good. The website I clicked from said this is the most clicked on. Obviously, it's not the best they've got on offer because it's not very good, but nonetheless, I still think it's kind of got a little horror edge to it. But once again, I've been the Blackest Gamer. I hope you have enjoyed. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Thank you. Goodbye.